Hey guys, I figured I might as well go ahead and do a video on the little John Deere lt166 too, because I said I would do one whenever I did the video on this last and whatever other video I did. But like I said, I was gonna take more videos and upload them while I was at farm show, but I never did. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. Like I said, this is a John Deere lt166 that I pretty much inherited from my uncle. Whenever, I think that was whenever it broke down, before we got the Kubota and before I started using the zero turn. And, yeah, you can clearly see the back tire has a hole in it, and the front tire doesn't hold air very well either. And, I really don't care for this tractor that much. It does its job, though, that's for sure. I do have the hood for it. It's sitting down in the shed, but the bumper's busted all up. The hood's pretty much busted at the bottom. The top half's fine. But, I'm trying to think what other parts we had to put into this. I know we had to get... trying to think what the heck else I had to do to this. Oh, I changed the oil in it, which is obvious. Probably should do that, if you have never done that. Changed the fuel filter. The fuel pump I changed. The air cleaner. What else? I can't remember what the heck else. Oh, and the deck belt too, that I'll show the deck for it too. And, so, I mean, it ain't a really bad tractor. It's just, I like the older John Deere and the Kubota better. I'll tell you a long story behind this, what I did whenever, I had to replace the middle spindle on. I'll go over to the mower deck and talk about that. But, here's your PTO. Right there, your PTO engage, throttle, choke, and this stupid button here to freaking go in reverse. And that stupid button there to go in reverse, which is stupid. I hate this. I hate stupid safety switches and crap. The seat, there's one for the seat too, stupid safety crap. And there's a stupid safety switch for the seat, which is annoying. But, it does have quite a few oil leaks. One's coming from right where the filter is. The rest of it's, I think, coming from the bottom or the PTO, right where the PTO seal is. But that's about all for this. The gas tank on it does leak once it gets a little over. I can't remember where the heck it starts leaking, but that gas tank has a hole in it. But it ain't horrible. You just have to. You can't fill it all the way up though. But here's the deck for that. Gotta crawl over everything here. So there's the deck, and what happened? I was, long story, mowing up along the fence row up here, out here in the back of the garage, and pretty much going back toward the hayfield. And I was using it kind of as a brush mower. Probably wasn't a smart idea. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, "They're not meant to use for a brush mower." Yeah, well, it actually worked. And then once I got done mowing, the middle blade here came off, and I was like, what the heck? It was tight, and apparently it was tight because it ripped the threads clean out of the freaking spindle. So that spindle was out, so this thing was out for a while. I got a spindle for Christmas, so I put it in, sharpened the mower blades and put them on. I got bolts for it, new bolts for the blades. I have to get bolts for that yet, and bolts for this. And that's about all for that. In case you guys are wondering, the Kubota's back together, which is a good thing, because I used to plow last night. I plowed a little bit last night and the night before, and Sunday night. And I didn't even get a chance to plow with that yet. But like I said, that's about all I had to do to it. Yeah, actually, I forgot to show you the mower deck belt. But it needs a new mower deck belt too. Probably can't, you can't really see it that well, because I really don't feel like pulling that deck down. But here's a little 80 cart, which is actually a pretty nice cart. It's a pretty heavy-duty cart for sure. And I know it ain't the right green, but that's all I had on stock at the time. And it was starting to look bad whenever I first didn't paint it at all. It needs more paint done to it. That there isn't even the original tire, though. We had to put that one on because it blew the sidewall out on it. This one here, I believe, is an original tire, and I think it still holds air. Yeah, it still has air in it. It's a dump bed. It's a dump cart, obviously, but the dump on it does work. The tailgate's somewhere. Oh, the tailgate's over here for it. I might as well just go ahead and put the 80 cart together too, instead of doing a separate video on it. But here's the cart. Here's a tailgate for it. The tailgate's so wore out, you have to really shove it on there to get it to go in the hole for it. And there's the deck for the gt275 in case none of you guys haven't watched my other videos. And the one for the Kubota and the zero turn, which I'm going to do a video on that sometime too. But I'm trying to think what else I had to do to this besides that stuff like that. Oh, we had to get a new deck hanger like that. I'm trying to think what else we had to get for it. I think that was about all. It is pretty cold out today too, so I just had the heater running a little bit too. I shut it off so I could do a video. But it's at least about 50 maybe in here. But other than that, that's about all I had to do to it so far. Which hopefully it stays that way. I'm eventually going to have to get a tire though, because you can see this one here is pretty bad. And this one over here. It ain't as bad, but it doesn't really hold air that well either. So, that's about all for that. And, like I said, I mean, it ain't a bad tractor. I just don't really care for it. So, like I said, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.